Someone just confessed a sin involving your name. They fear you'll find out. Archangel Michael says, there is a spiritual tremble in the air tonight, because a confession involving your name has just been whispered in fear. A secret someone buried deep has come rising to the surface like smoke from fire, and your name was at the center of it. This truth was never supposed to come out, but it has now been spoken, and the fear in their voice was undeniable. It was done behind closed doors, behind your back, behind the curtain of lies they thought would never fall. But fate listens, and today, it decided that your name must rise, and their actions must be revealed. This is not just gossip or a mistake, this was deliberate. A sin they committed knowing full well what they were doing, yet they justified it in silence for so long. Now, that silence has cracked, and the truth is crawling into the light, trembling and full of guilt. They didn't expect you to ever find out. They prayed you wouldn't. But something divine has shifted, and now their confession has started to echo louder than their denial ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They confessed in a moment of emotional weakness, almost as if the weight of what they did finally became too heavy to carry. And when your name escaped their lips, even they were shocked by how much pain was still hiding underneath. That name, your name, shook the atmosphere around them. What they did involved trust, and they shattered it without thinking of the cost. But now, they are forced to think about it every moment. Because the fear of you finding out is stronger than the satisfaction they got from their wrongdoing. There's a person around you, one you thought was loyal. Their mask is slipping, and this recent confession has made it clear, they weren't who they pretended to be. This isn't just a slip of tongue, it's a divine unraveling. They may have spoken the words in a hushed tone, but the heavens heard it like thunder. Archangel Michael has positioned energy in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You will start noticing changes in energy around you. Someone may become distant, someone may act overly kind, someone may start avoiding eye contact. Watch these signs. They are not coincidences. What they did with your name was not small. They used it in a way that was meant to cause delay in your life. Delay in love, delay in finances, and even delay in your inner peace. They involved your name in a discussion they should have walked away from. But instead of standing for you, they whispered things that reshaped how others saw you. And now, they regret it. Their sin is now weighing on them. At night, they can't sleep. During the day, your face keeps flashing in their memory. Type Amen to get blessing 525. They told someone you were selfish. They told someone you didn't deserve something that was clearly meant for you. But now that same someone is beginning to realize they were misled. Your name has more power than they thought. Every time they said it with a twist, the universe kept track. And now, balance is being restored. Archangel Michael says you are covered with the light of truth, and this is the season of revelation. Masks will fall. Sins will tremble. Someone who once called you friend is now regretting how they used your name in an act that didn't align with their soul. And that guilt is slowly turning into fear. Type Amen to get blessing 626. They wrote your name in a document where it didn't belong. They mentioned you to a person who had no business knowing your details. But now, that record is haunting them. They fear the day you know what they did, because they know it will be the day you look at them differently forever. and that day is near. This person tried to stand between you and an opportunity. They lied to someone in power to delay your path. But the energy has reversed, and the tide is coming back for them. You may feel tension when you around them lately. That's not in your head. It's their guilt, sweating through the cracks of their smile. Type Amen to get blessing 711. Someone has recently been confronted by another person because of you. They had to admit something that hurt their pride, because it was tied to something they did behind your back. That confession was forced out, not by man, but by divine intervention. Now they feel exposed. The same person who laughed in silence is now terrified of how you will react when this truth walks through your front door. And make no mistake, it is coming. Your dreams lately have been uneasy for a reason. You are sensing that someone nearby is holding something back, and your spirit is preparing for the truth. Their confession was unexpected. It slipped out like water bursting through a crack in the dam. But once it left their lips, they knew there was no turning back. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Archangel Michael says, there are eyes watching over you that will not allow injustice to thrive anymore. A divine gate has opened, and your name is being elevated. While they tried to bury you, heaven is lifting you. The sin they confessed has been heard by more than just the person they trusted. It's being revealed in small waves. A phone call here, a strange stare there. The puzzle pieces are moving. They fear that one of the people who now knows the truth will come to you and speak. And soon, one will. They're already considering it. This person never imagined the truth would come with consequences. But now they are panicking, because the consequences are already at their door. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Someone you were meant to meet has been delayed by what this person did. But that delay ends now. The confession they made has triggered a chain of release. Your spiritual guides are clearing the fog around your image. Someone had been fed lies, but now they're beginning to see you clearly. And they're questioning the one who lied. The person who confessed still believes you don't know, but deep down, they can feel you are getting closer to the truth. Your silence scares them more than anything, because silence means awakening. They're rehearsing conversations in their head, what they will say, how they will defend it. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. But words won't save them from the storm they started. Because now, the truth has its own voice. And that voice is echoing louder each day. This may have started in secret, but it won't stay there. The moment is coming when someone will approach you and say, there's something you need to know. That's when the chapter opens. Prepare yourself, because while the truth may sting, it will also set you free. Free from deception, from manipulation, and from those who never truly stood for you. Archangel Michael says your path is being purified. Lies are being uprooted. And those who betrayed you will be exposed one by one. Type Amen to get blessing 1177. If you have recently felt distant from someone for no clear reason, it's not random. The energy between you shifted because the universe wants you to feel the change before seeing it. Your intuition is already halfway there. This person might cry when they're confronted. They'll act like it was harmless. But remember, the pain you felt in delay, confusion, and betrayal was very real. A message might soon arrive, a text, a letter, even a voice note. Something that mentions what was done. And you will know immediately, it was never just small talk. What they feared the most is happening. Their mistake is finding its way to the light. And your role in this revelation is not revenge, but transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 1223. You will rise from this with new authority. People will respect you more once they see what you endured in silence. And those who tried to stain your name will carry the mark of exposure. The confession may not have been made to you directly, but don't worry. The universe has its way of delivering secrets with perfect timing. Yours is very close. This was about jealousy. They couldn't handle your growth, so they planted seeds of doubt in others' minds. But now those seeds are turning to thorns in their own path. They did not realize your favor cannot be undone by human lies. What's written for you is protected. And this recent shift will prove that more than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your story is far from over. It's only now beginning to make sense. This confession was not a coincidence. It was divine orchestration for your elevation. Hold your peace. Let the truth make its way to you. Don't chase it. It's already chasing you. You may soon see someone act desperate around you. They may offer help, gifts, apologies. But observe first. Don't be quick to trust what has not been earned back. This is a season of justice. And the truth is marching straight to your doorstep with clarity, closure, and divine reward. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They wanted to cover up what they did with more lies, more charm, and more silence. But the energy of the moment is no longer allowing hidden things to stay buried. The vibration around your name has become too powerful, and the truth is being pulled out of the shadows. One by one, people are going to remember what was said about you. They'll begin connecting their own memories and moments where something didn't feel right. The more they piece it together, the more the liar's story begins to collapse. There's someone who used your kindness against you. Instead of defending your absence, they exaggerated it. Instead of explaining your truth, they twisted it. They used your pain as conversation. They whispered about your choices. And now, they are choking on their own words as truth wraps itself around their shoulders. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Archangel Michael says, you are protected from the backlash of someone else's guilt. You are no longer going to carry what they did. They will carry it, and they will answer for it. You felt your energy drop without reason. You felt moments of confusion lately. It's because your soul was under spiritual pressure caused by their sin connected to your name. But that pressure is lifting now. Because confession is the key to release, and now that they've spoken, the chain that held your blessings down is snapping. You are being freed without lifting a finger. They thought their apology would be enough to cleanse what they did. But the universe knows that healing doesn't begin with words, it begins with honesty, and they still haven't brought that to you directly. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. The spiritual realm is shifting on your behalf. The light is now spotlighting everything that was spoken about you in closed corners. And those who were quick to believe the lie will now be the first to correct it. Even the ones who stayed silent when they should have defended you are beginning to feel the heat of guilt. They know they had a chance to speak up and chose comfort over courage. But now their comfort is turning into restlessness. You'll begin to notice strange behavior from them, awkward smiles, nervous eyes, unfinished sentences. That's the guilt trying to hide itself, but your energy makes it impossible to pretend anymore. Someone you once loved dearly was involved in this. They either fed the lie or stood beside the one who created it. But now the weight of their decision is pressing on them like never before. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. They know they can't face you without trembling. Because even though you did nothing wrong, your presence holds the weight of truth. And truth demands accountability. Their sin wasn't just a mistake, it was a choice. They could have walked away, but they chose to stay and sabotage. Now, the truth is catching up. You will see signs soon. Maybe someone will mention your name in passing and another person will freeze. That's how you'll know. They were part of what was said. The one who confessed has started to unravel. Their words were meant to be a whisper, but the universe has turned them into thunder. The echoes are getting louder. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Do not allow this revelation to break you. Let it build you. Let it remind you that no lie can stay hidden forever. The apology may come in pieces. One sentence today, a pause tomorrow. But your soul already knows what happened, and that's why you feel so calm in the middle of this storm. They tried to make you doubt yourself, to question your worth. But what they didn't realize was that all they did was strengthen your divine protection. You were never forgotten by heaven. And while they were plotting in silence, you were being surrounded by unseen warriors who took notes, who waited, and who now move forward on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. There's someone else who heard the confession, and they are struggling with whether or not to tell you. But Archangel Michael is whispering in their heart, pushing them toward truth. Soon, a message will come, maybe directly, maybe through a mutual friend, but it will carry pieces of the confession, and it will open your eyes completely. The truth will not come with rage, it will come with clarity, a deep, peaceful confirmation that your spirit was always right. You knew something wasn't right, and now you will have the proof. The sin they committed involved betrayal, deception, and manipulation. But now they are losing control of the narrative. Because truth has its own timing, and its time is now. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. What was done in darkness will now be reversed. Every delay they caused in your love life, your reputation, your opportunities, it's now returning to you, multiplied and untouchable. They are scared you'll walk away forever when you find out. And that fear is valid. Because this time, you won't be offering blind forgiveness. The forgiveness you give now will be sacred, earned, and released only after truth is served. Because your soul has grown, and your eyes now see through masks. They said you were too emotional. They said you were overreacting. But now the confession proves, they were the ones lying all along. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. This is the divine moment of reversal. You are not just receiving clarity, you are stepping into reward. What was stolen through lies will be replaced by truth in forms you didn't expect. That includes new relationships, new financial doors, and new peace. The kind of peace that can only come when you finally know what was really going on. There's someone who once doubted you because of the lie. But now they are returning with quiet shame in their eyes. They're realizing the truth now, and it hurts them that they didn't see it before. Archangel Michael says, this pain was not wasted. It was fuel. Fuel to create protection around your spirit so that your next season is foolproof. Type Amen to get Blessing 2002 if you wish to express your support further. You have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is now a divine lock on your destiny. No voice of jealousy can interfere. No mouth of betrayal can penetrate what you're stepping into next. Someone who once stood above you now stands beneath the weight of guilt. And while they try to hold on to their old ways, the confession they made is haunting them like a mirror they can't escape. Even the person they confessed to now sees them differently. Because confessing a sin against someone like you, pure-hearted, trusting, changes how people view the confessor. Soon, more people will come to you and say, I wish I had told you sooner. And you will nod, not in anger, but in strength. Because you've already moved forward. Type Amen to get Blessing 2121. They took something that belonged to you, a chance, a word, a moment, and tried to rewrite the story. But the story is being rewritten again, this time by truth and divine order. Let your silence now be power. Let your distance now be armor. Because you no longer need to explain yourself to those who couldn't see the truth the first time. Watch the people who start changing their tone around you, who go from cold to warm. That's the confession energy. They've heard something, and they're realigning themselves. You are walking into a season of divine clarity, where nothing stays hidden anymore. If it's meant to be known, it will come. And it will come without force. Type Amen to get Blessing 2244. They know you are strong enough to forgive, but they also know you are wise enough now not to forget. That's why their fear is growing. Because you've evolved. Expect unexpected closure soon. A call. A visit. A coincidence that suddenly gives you the peace you were missing. Once that moment happens, everything that felt stuck will flow again. The confusion will melt. The silence will lift. Archangel Michael says, your name is powerful, royal, and divinely coded. They tried to use it carelessly, but now, they bow to its strength. Type Amen to get Blessing 2323. Your energy is being elevated above those who tried to bring it low. Your truth is louder than their whispers, and your spirit is no longer chained to their lies. The person who made the confession is terrified you will confront them, but they are even more terrified that you won't. That you'll simply walk away and never return. Because your absence now feels like punishment. Your presence used to be taken for granted. But now, your distance feels like thunder. And that's what makes them finally understand who you really are. A person of deep spirit. A soul of light. A presence they can't replace. Type Amen to get Blessing 2444. This is your rising. This is the moment the lies break. And this is the hour truth walks through the door without knocking. Be ready. It's coming faster than they imagined. And once it arrives, you won't even need to raise your voice. Because truth speaks for you. The sin involving your name has already begun its punishment. Not by your hands, but by the divine forces watching from above. Your name is being restored, renewed, and rewritten. And from this moment on, your story will never again be controlled by those who do not carry your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 2555.